Well, here we are, another replay to watch in EIR. Today's game is the 33 on Tanteville. Let's look at the map a bit. Tanteville is one of the real classic EIR maps. It is probably one of the most popular maps around back in like 2010, 2011. But since then, it's kind of fallen out of favor as EIR has started to gravitate more towards Neuville style maps, where they for the sender to have a good amount of shot blockers and for open flanks. And while Tanteville certainly does have open flanks on this side and this side, and does have some shot blocking over here, I think the problem that a lot of players tend to get, especially allied players for some reason, tend to not like this map because this open center here, once this hedge goes down, and it usually goes down for access because they'll have access to something like a Panther, or Tiger, or KT, they're often able to set up a really campy kind of support weapon kind of game that gravitates around this area. While this area usually gets mined off or demo charged off, leading to the major flanking maneuvers really only being possible in this corner and this corner over here. But in the event that you don't have one person on either side trying to focus on that kind of support weapon, kind of campy gameplay style, Tanteville was still a great map, but I think that's one of the pitfalls that led to it being slightly less played than it used to be. Especially back in like I think 2014, 2015, when mine spam and 88 companies were a bit meta with those 3-man piles with double mines. So that's all gone now. So let's see how this game goes. It's an R+ game from the looks of it. We're going to be watching from Volsk's perspective since he's on submitted it. The teams are for allies, Volskinator and area. Teams are for Axis, John 8-Ball, Crimsonrabbit, and Rayze. It's fairly balanced teams, I would say. John 8-Ball I thought was a new player actually, but turns out he's actually a returning player who's probably got a bit of rust to shake off. So, but he should do fine. I mean, it's I think he's already played like 6 or 7 games, so he should be up to speed. Looks like Area starting first. Area looks to be maybe running infantry company, because well, he is running infantry company because I'm pretty sure I saw a captain. Yeah, there he is. So he's infantry company. Is he by chance running American industry? Do we see 3 bars on this squad? Don't really know. I think I only see 2 actually, so it doesn't seem to be American industry. So it'll be interesting to see what Area is running doctrine wise. We know he's got a command gone officer, which means of course he's going to have Rangers probably if he's got that unlocked. Meanwhile, Axis coming on, it's Crimsonrabbit. He looks to be doing 2 tank busters and a whirlwind. So he's luftwaffe then at this point, and the whirlwind is a serious piece of work I think in luftwaffe, because I think there are 2 unlocks, Heroes of Monte Cassino and Treat Vets, that gives the whirlwind a mobile lockdown, which I think gives it plus 20% accuracy at reduced speed. And also gives it I think a 40-meter aura, which is an additional 15% received accuracy to airborne and elite armor units, so Rangers and airborne. So if Area is running Rangers, he might have a bit of trouble. He brings on an AT gun and some bazooka Rangers to try and deal with this whirlwind. The AT gun's a good call, but if anyone's familiar with the Luftwaffe doctrines, they'll know that bringing the bazooka Rangers in versus a whirlwind probably is not the best plan, unless you can really get a nice flank going. But it's pretty hard against Luftwaffe because they tend to have some good scouting units as well. But the Jeeps go around scouting, which I really like in R+ start. What I don't like is this unit over here. It looks like on the map. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's not a unit. Oh, it's just a map edge. Okay, never mind. I'm okay with that. Nonetheless, though, I don't like what I don't. So while I do advocate Jeep starts in R+, I do not advocate splitting of your units in R+, because as you can notice, the population families have not started, right? So splitting your units up really just makes you vulnerable to being rushed in concentration by your opponent and losing units. As I've said in my R+ tutorials, the important part of R+ is not capping, but rather just winning your engagement and getting good field position. And it's really hard to do that if you're spread out like this, because if you get engaged at one point, you're probably going to be overwhelmed. You can see that Crimson is doing that. He's keeping his units fairly together. But I don't know if he's using his maximum pop though. It doesn't look to be the case. Yeah, he's 5 pop short, so you could probably call in something else, but he doesn't seem to want to. That's one thing I do like. Area's trying to use full. It basically is using his full pop, and he keeps using this Jeep to scout around and try and find what's going on here. He has started to concentrate his forces, which is really good, but he's still got this rifle squad out here, and this bar suppression could be really useful with these tank busters coming to try and kill the AT gun. But this MG might actually catch him out. This whirlwind does a bit of damage in one burst to this Jeep. and it seems like this game is slowed down. He's gonna get into this house. He's probably gonna see this MG pretty easily. Yeah, he does. So he knows he's not gonna want to engage over there. He does see this captain out here though, so I wonder if he'll try and go after that. Probably not. It's a fairly slow R+ start. I'll be honest though, I think I like Crimsonrabbit's position right now on the map much easier. Getting a nice hold in this town right here makes it easy to really lock it down for later in the game if you can get some early mines down or something. So the Whirlwind right away takes some shots, takes off a good amount of health on this Ranger squad. They don't lose a body though. And I noticed that there's no I noticed there was no aura there, so I don't know if he has bought the aura on his Whirlwinds or not. It does not appear to be the case at the moment. And the second players are already on. Second player for allies is Volskinator. He's talking about the Sherman. 2 4-man engineers. So these are lock and load engineers. So he's infantry company for sure. And a lock and load MG, which is a 4-man MG. So he seems to be going for the support weapon spam strategy here. And we see a nice flank here by these tank busters on this MG. So again, like I said, splitting your forces up is really dangerous in R+. And this MG looks like it is going to go down, although the Sherman might be here to save the day. Second Axis player is on as well. Who is it? It's Johnny 8-Ball. John 8-Ball with a Pack 40, a League, Pioneer with Flamer, an LMG Gren, a Shrek Gren, and a MG. So pretty vanilla start. Somehow this MG did manage to survive that tank buster rush. The Sherman did indeed save the day. And these bars coming in on the side trying to engage these tank busters, but I don't think that's a good call because Whirlwind is right there. And they probably are going to be cut off by this Whirlwind, cut down by this Whirlwind at least. And yeah, they're quickly losing a lot of health, 2 men down right away. But we do see a major engagement here with the suppressed squad, and we see a full push coming in from both area and Volskinator, while the second Axis player is still quite slow getting onto the field, being pure infantry. Whirlwind coming in and try to cover the retreat of these suppressed squads, but it gets stickied in the process. So that's a really nice play by area right there. And it does have a damaged engine, although I think the allies will be reluctant to push on that Whirlwind while these tank busters are here. Especially with renowned vet for Volsky, probably won't want to risk a vet 1 Sherman to kill a Whirlwind. The League is trying to shoot in now, so the League is a really interesting weapon. It's kind of like it's kind of like a direct fire mortar, you could say. It does have barrage abilities, and with if it's a pre-registered League, which I can't really tell. It looks to be from this range though. It's got quite a bit of range, although it does tend to scatter a bit more and has a smaller splash than more. But still, it's a really dangerous weapon that if you let it stay uncontested on the field for a while, it can really make a big difference.
Look alive, crew.
Looks like allies are trying to try a pretty wide flank here, which actually might be a good call. I don't see a lot of suppression units outside of this Whirlwind here, so if they can get this Whirlwind out of the way, this flank could easily push all the way through all these support weapons that the Axis have. It is scattered out though by this Ketgrad, and area seems to engage right away, but Volsky seems really reluctant actually to make this flank here, so he might be leaving area out to dry a little bit, to be honest, with that push right there. And we have a Stuke gun field, so he's probably going to go in for this AT gun right here as it takes shots at this Whirlwind, who's almost dead. And this League not doing much, in fact hurting itself a little bit, hitting this edge here. Yeah, it might kill itself if it doesn't stop really soon. But yeah, that could have been a really good push. I mean, look at how low this Whirlwind is. If this Sherman had engaged while area made that minor push right here, this Whirlwind would probably be dead, and then area could probably come in and finish up these tank buster squads, and they probably could have pushed the Axis off field right now. So a bit of timidity from the allies, hurting them possibly right here. It's always said generally in EIR, the better aggressive factions are generally speaking the allied factions because they have utility on their hand, utility available to make these kinds of pushes that Axis generally are pigeonholed into just a couple of units having those kinds of utilities. Let's just, for example, talk about the availability of smoke in, like, say, the U.S. Doctrine to save the Wehrmacht. The Wehrmacht are basically set to only handle the mortar, while the U.S. can often have smoke grenades, officer mortar barrages, and off maps on top of the normal mortar usage. So, generally speaking, allies are at their best when they're assaulting on the field, and it seems like allies are trying to make an assault. At least area is trying to make an assault. Volz seems to be a bit more timid with what he's doing. I mean, these engineers back here for some reason as well, I'm not sure what they're doing. They really could have made a push, but I guess it's the fog of war as well. And we have a patented Yog Panther start from Rayze, who's become quite famous for this actually. And in his half track, I'm not sure what he's got, probably Assault Grenadiers. Yeah, Assault Grenadiers in the half track, so I think his plan is to try and find ATG kill it, then send the Yog Panther in. Which might work, because there is actually only one ATG on field for allies right now, and these bazookas are obviously not going to do anything to hurt a Yog Panther. Meanwhile, ally in the third battle up there, Fallinghamster's on field. He's got airborne with bazooka, so he probably have these traits, which is a really cool ability. A Vet 5 M8, which is a real monster, and another ATG at Vet 2. Paper runs being used by this ATG, although they turn off right before it takes the shot, so that shot does bounce off the Yog Panther. And if he hits it, ooh, Whirlwind does go down, but this ATG is probably going to go down if this Yog Panther just gets one more shot off on it. It does penetrate right there, which is quite nice, and it looks like these Rangers are going for a flank right here. Another bounce, ATG just go down. These Rangers probably knocking their flank off as the Yog Panther notices right away. Oh, they do get a rear armor shot, so that's a nice 150, 120 damage right there. This M8 finds these support weapons and has to get out. But this Yog Panther actually took a bit more damage right there than I would have thought, because it got a penetration point non-AP round ATG, and took a Zook shot to the rear. But right now it looks like the allies are awfully light in AT, and although this AT gun from Fallinghamster is coming pretty close, it's probably not going to be there in time to do any major damage to this Yog Panther. These engineers finally from Volsk decide to come in for a fight, but they're going to get killed quite easily by these LMG grins. Area complaining a bit about the Yog Panther here, but I don't think there's much you can complain it with. It's a Yog Panther, it's going to beat one ATG generally speaking. Ooh, this Assault Gren half-track runs into a mine. He needs to get out awfully fast. And he does, and these Assault Grens are probably going to go straight for this AT gun. And something needs to come in and kill these, but they're not. Even a block with the sheep would have been pretty good by Volsk, but he's not interested in doing that right now. The Sherman, though, will probably finish off these Assault Grens. Stuka goes down, wipes out an MG. These Assault Grens probably are going to die for their decrement of ATG, although it does leave this Yog Panther quite free to roam at the moment. I'm not sure you could say that's a great trade. You took the ATG out, but it's not dead. It can be recruited, and you lost the Assault Grens for that. So this Yog Panther does need to come in and try and kill him. Although it's up to 11 kills. I'm not sure. I don't actually see how it got up to 11 kills. Either he got some fresh kills, or maybe he's running terribly eastern front, which is a nice 20% accuracy bonus for the Yog Panther. And Volskinator with the Soldier Armor getting suppressed awfully easily. Rear armor hit from the M8 does probably a little bit of damage, but it's not going to do anything now that it's got its front facing forward. So it's going to be interesting how the allies deal with this. I see another ATG and Zook combo coming out from the area. I do like these ATGs, but these Zooks are not going to do much to the Yog Panther, although if he sees these armored cars coming in from Rayze, they will do excellent against that. And yeah, we do see another armored car coming in from Rayze. It looks like another Assault Gren and not armored car, Assault Grens in IHT. So it seems like Rayze's entire strategy is to engage, find an ATG, sacrifice an Assault Gren squad, kill the ATG, then rush in with the Yog Panther, which is a good strategy. But it may run into some pitfalls once the allies get their AT concentrated and pulled together. Because as soon as you get more than one ATG, one Assault Gren and an IHT is not going to be enough to stop at, especially when you have these two Zook Rangers on field now. Especially with the offset, because you can get an accuracy and penetration buff going, so they probably will hit the IHT. We see these airborne medic on field now, and but it seems to be a bit of a lull. I think allies are trying to just concentrate their AT to try and deal with these Yog Panther right now. In the meanwhile, a lot of infantry coming on from Crimsonrabbit here, and we have another Russian with these with this Assault Gren half-track, and once again he's sending them in. He's getting these ATGs to move, but these Assault Grens are probably going to die to get this decrew, and they do indeed decrew it, although they take a grenade in return. You saw that kind of large splash from the grenade there. That looks like that's the airborne hard and fast grenade, which is plus 33% long range splash. So you get that little nice mortar FX to show that off. They did not kill this ATG, so this Yog Panther is forced to back off, and he's lost about 1/3 of his health. So he might want to go back and repair, because 1/3 of a Yog Panther health is about 400 or 500 health he's lost at this point. So you may want to go repair that, because a repair kit is generally 400 HP, 300 if it's a bird type repair, and this AP round might actually. Yeah, we get a nice AP round, so this Yog Panther is well below half health at this point, so it needs to go back and repair. These Leagues coming in though, so this League will be really good at clearing out the support weapon wall right here once it gets some shots in. If it gets a shot in. This MG might go down to these these flame engineers. This Duke is going to be getting one of these support weapons right now. Doesn't land a clean shot, so it doesn't do too much. This Jagdpanther notices these unsupported rangers over here, and I think he can trust the Jagdpanther army to not worry too much about bazookas. But Area using the Jeep here to probably, I guess, block the Jagdpanther here, so Area's showing some good knife at this game, which is pretty nice to see. See a flank coming in here by these Volskinator, but they run with this M8, so they don't have much to deal with that. See an RR airborne squad on field too, so that's probably in response to the Jagdpanther. But right now, Allies are looking pretty poor in field control. They've been pushed back, and more importantly, they have the fight occurring in the central area, and we have an Axis defensive player with a League and a Pack 40, so they can really lock this place down if they're not if Allies are not careful. So let's see what Allies trying to do here. Just healing up again, and it looks like again they still seem to be trying to concentrate their AT forces. And we see another assault grenade half-track coming out from Tiger Hunter's Rayze. So that clearly is his plan. His entire plan is indeed revolving around killing ATGs and sending in the Jagdpanther to clean up. And looks like they're gonna get another ATG right here. Yeah, looks like it. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it though, because he's beating these ATGs, right? But after he kills these ATGs, he doesn't kill them. So the Jagdpanther, while he does come in and get a few kills, up to 14 infantry kills and 3 light vehicle kills, he doesn't do much. He has to deal with the same ATGs again when he comes back the next time. Fast hit this Vet 5 M8. And it looks like Area's bringing a howitzer on field, which might be a good call with this Pack 40 and League over here. In the meantime, looks like Axis are making a major push right here. All of this MG could get down and suppress these Volskinators super easy with that 25% extra suppression that Volskinators take through the soldier unit. Looks like they're focusing on the tank busters though. And this Jagdpanther is down to about a third of its health with another penetration of this ATG. So and we see the officer pop its buff, giving these ATG and MG an extra 2% penetration accuracy. We see another grenade come in here, and these Volskinators are off field. So Allies defend that off fairly easily actually, but again, even though they're fending off these offensives from the Axis, they are getting pushed back on territory, so this could be a problem in the long run. I mean, there's still 50-50 on territory due to this back cap happening right here by Volskinator. But this is not sustainable in the long run, I don't think. We have an 88 here, throwing some 88 artillery down, which is a nice bit of utility for the 88 that it doesn't normally get. But however, it should keep in mind that whenever you use 88 artillery, your gun will stop shooting for about a minute. And a scatter shot does kill an ATG here, so again, once again, this Jagdpanther could rush in and kill a few things. All the RRs are here to try and fend it off.
57mm at your service. We got contact.
And I guess that's it. I mean, Allies would be happy to play the waiting game, waiting for Axis to keep pushing and rushing their position, which attrition-wise will work out fine, but it might be problematic if this League keeps plunking away for kills. Only at 2 right now, but it's still clearly making an effect. You notice there's a sector aura right here from this Vampire half-track actually. This allows any friendly luftwaffe, I mean any friendly infantry in this section, or rather any of Crimsonrabbit's in this section, actually have a passive sprint, right? So it's quite nice and a bit of mobility to add in this sector here for Crimson here. And he brings on another, no, it's the same, no, it's a different Whirlwind. It looks like it took a few shots from the ATGs over here, although I don't see any of the ATGs anymore, so perhaps the League, they'll League up to 4 kills, so the League cleared out these 2 ATGs. Jagdpanther can come in and destroy both these, and that actually is a big deal. 2 ATGs is not a small investment, that's 300 munitions, that's gonna go away right now. And Allies seem to be reeling a bit here. See a lot of riflemen suddenly coming on from Volsk, which I'm not sure is what the team needs right now. They do need a little bit of AT to replace those 2 ATGs that just went down. Area got his bazookas here. Area, you'll notice, has 300 manpower here, so he could reinforce these bazooka spots with his 300 manpower, because he doesn't seem interested in doing that. I'm not sure if you can reinforce off the friendly triages, or it has to be your own triage. But either way, he doesn't seem intent on replacing his losses on his Ranger squad, which I think is a good idea on a Ranger squad. You want to keep it on field if possible. Got Volskin area complaining a bit about tanks being able to beat ATGs. I don't know if you could complain that much. This Jagdpanther has clearly taken a severe beating from these ATGs, although he hasn't had to go repair yet, surprisingly. And this 88 is starting to... So this is the concern on some of the pre-game. When you have a defensive player in this field, once they start knocking these hedges down, combinations of Pack 40s, Pack 38s, Leagues, and 88s, they can really lock down this entire section here, which can make life really difficult for allies unless they have some really concentrated artillery fire. This League taking some pot shots with the fog of war, I'm guessing. Don't know if there was anything there, just taking shots for the sake of using the barrage. This Jagdpanther does seem like it's going to go back to heal at some point, though. It's been at a third of itself for quite a while now, but it's just crushing hedges for the 88, looks like. And allies are pretty far back. They probably have a third of map control, third of the map under their control, which is not good. It's going to lead to some pop lead pretty soon. They're almost at the 20-minute mark, which is generally when pop lead starts to happen. I think that's why Volskinator bought on these riflemen to try and deal with these. Oh, looks like the 1 of 5 is shooting now. Doesn't do too much, but they do have more than a 5, which is a nice response to this 88 right here. And looks like we have a major push coming from area, but he looks awfully unsupported, and I see no hard AT to help support this push. In the meanwhile, they went to an MG, and this Volskinator squad is probably going to do a lot of damage to these riflemen. And that push quickly comes to an end from area, both unsupported and incomplete. Allies, Hamster trying to make a late supporting push on the side, but quickly shut down by this whirlwind. So allies are looking to be in quite a bit of trouble right now. They can't seem to push past this middle section at all, nor are they attempting to make a reasonable push in this direction either to counteract the hardened position that the allies seem to have right in the center right here. Be headbutting here for no reason. I'm not sure that's the best plan. Secondly, I'm not sure the allied unit composition right now is too useful right now. For example, I don't think I've seen this Sherman engage anything for quite some time now. It's just been sitting here, so that's a lot of wasted pop. I do like this capping going on by Volskinator here to try and keep the population points even, but it's very the main thing is, even if you're doing that, the back cap's never going to be coming. This Hodge just looks like it did hit something. It's at 6 kills now. This Jeep goes down. So I don't know what allies can do. They're gonna need a good howitzer barrage to try and take care of these support weapons, and then followed by an 80 rusher of this Jagdpanther. This Jagdpanther is really living on the edge right now. It's gonna have this health range. Oh, it's got a bird tiger in front now, so it's gonna get healed pretty soon. I think the window of opportunity for allies is starting to close a bit here. Here you find some back Captain P-Grants with these
Enemy unit down.
bar rifles. I really do want to see if he's got triple bars. It doesn't seem to be the case. He seems to have just gone with a double bar here. Or rather, no, actually, hold on. Yeah, it's just double bars. The reason I keep asking is because I'm pretty sure there is a doctrine ability, American Industry, that allows for you to buy triple bars in your squads. We see a Thompson airborne squad here. So again, Hamster is one of the few people in the mod who use the aerial supply crates. And while you do give the chance to get RRs in your airborne, it gives you the option in-game to decide if you want an LMG, a Thompson, or bazooka airborne squad, which is really nice and flexible. And oh, this Whirlwind finds his rifleman out, so they're gonna have to fuck off real soon unless these Rangers are really lucky with some soup shots here. But it gives the airborne player a lot of flexibility to deal with. Like, if he doesn't see a lot of tanks on field, he can decide, okay, I'm going to put an LMG or some Thompsons on my airborne instead of having, you know, the set piece of AT that is an RR. There seems to have resorted to a bazooka blob here to try and deal with the Axis armor, which he's been complaining about for a bit. I'm not sure it's the best plan against a Jagdpanther, but it will be really helpful against these Whirlwinds and IHTs that have been running around. Looks like there is a bit of a counter push happening here. And these airborne will probably deal with these MP-44 assault grenades really easily, and they do indeed. So they got 3 quick kills right there. All this mortar came in from somewhere. I'm not sure where. It might actually be a friendly mortar. Yeah, it probably was a friendly mortar that hit them right there. But looks like Allies are trying to make a push on this direction now, which is good because they obviously are not able to make any headway in this central area right here. And yeah, they look to be shifting over. This ATG is a bit unsupported though at this point, so they need to be careful here. The Sherman seems to have finally gotten repaired, so he's probably going to use it now, you would assume. Which is good, because it's been dead 12 pop for a while now. Dead, technically it's a dead 15 pop actually, because the repair squads cost 3 pop. But looks like Axis are now responding to what they see as a push coming from the Allies near the town. And the Allies do look like to have good control of the town now, so if they happen to have mines, they could really put those down right now. But again, a bit of a lull as there's a re-engagement, a repositioning of the lines by both teams, it looks like. Leaving this MG here to try and lock the sector down, which is not a bad move at all. The Odd Panther has been repaired by the Bird Tiger, and looks to be coming in, although there's now an artillery howitzer comes in here. Not sure what, I assume he's aiming at attack 40. And he gets kind of a shot off, not that great. And the howitzer showing why it's one of the most inconsistent pieces of artillery around. As it manages to basically do nothing. This mortar actually does more than the howitzer did. Ziyad Panther is showing up here and sniping some units out of buildings, it looks like. And once again, area seems to be trying to frontally engage with bazooka, which is never a good idea. Stuka shot coming in, probably on this mortar, possibly on this ATG. And kills a ranger, and that's about it. Meanwhile, this Jeep plays chicken with this Ziyad Panther, and the Allies once again are starting to back off in mass from this location. So they really do not feel like they have the ability to engage this Ziyad Panther whatsoever. And they're really reluctant to engage whenever they see it come in. AP round from this ATG takes a bit of a good chunk of health off, takes a second chunk of health, and right away the Ziyad Panther goes back to 1/2 health, but snipes out this low health ATG. So once again, Allies are without any real hard ATG to deal with this Ziyad Panther, unless they can get some flanking shots with these bazookas. And some 88 artillery coming down again, trying to kill this mortar, and it might do actually. Retreats just in time to prevent the wipe of that vet. But this Ziyad Panther, again, fairly uncontested despite being at half health. These bazookas look to be firing up to try and get a rear armor shot with this Ziyad Panther, but it is not showing its rear armor whatsoever, and it's backing off right away. Oh, actually, we do get a couple of penetrations. Very good use of the officer aura by Area here, giving his bazookas a 20% extra penetration, and he does get 2 penetrations there, so that's a quick 300 health off his Ziyad Panther. There's another 120 or so health off the Ziyad Panther with 2 aura shots. This Ziyad Panther did actually take a good amount of damage there, but he's up to 22 infantry kills, so he's getting to the point of having made his made up quite a bit of cost here actually. This Robowind doing some solid damage to these units in the house. Not the best engagement, to be honest, but there you go. There goes a body, so they probably do want to get out. And we have a 50 mil here, so I guess they're anticipating an armored rush from the Allies, which I'm not sure they should be. And we see there's some more. Oh, some backline airborne. Unfortunately, they run straight into this Robowind, so they're gonna die pretty quickly. That was an unfortunate drop by Hamster here. Probably should retreat because oh no, the Robowind decides to take a shot at the Jeep instead. So these airborne get pretty lucky there. They probably should have been wiped, but that Robowind got distracted by a Jeep, it looks like. Berg Tiger repairing up the Ziyad Panther once again. And it looks like there's another lull here as the Allies trying to figure out what they want to do to try and deal with the Ziyad Panther. And once again, I guess friendly triage do not let you reinforce because Area continues to float manpower here. Looks like a Kevin Crad went down right there. And this league continues to shoot away. Looks like it's a recruit league. The first league must have gone down somewhere. A couple of Fallschmakers cloaking in cover behind this ATG awaiting a rush, but it looks like Allies are in no hurry to rush whatsoever. Volk seems to be probing the back lines for some reason with his Jeep. I don't know what he's looking for actually. Maybe he's trying to scout out an airborne drop for a hamster to make, but hamster seems to be quite chastised by losing that the almost in RR spot to that backline orbital wing. So allies can be going for a re-engagement on a different flank. Hopefully they bring that jeep away from back here and over here so they can see this MG coming in. Actually this jeep is trying to go for the repair spot and it takes a good chunk of health off them. They're pouring, quite the ambush here run by the Axis as these Fallinghamsters reveal themselves once these units are suppressed. And it does seem like okay, it does seem the MG is going to. I thought maybe they would get suppressed in return, but no, it doesn't seem to be the case. And we have some vanilla P-Grants pushing in the center here. These assault grand riflemen will probably beat these P-Grants quite handily, though. And in goes grenade, and P-Grants, yeah, they probably will go down. All of the Yacht Panthers here to save the day, apparently, if this ATG does not get some good penetrations in. If these Wrathmen are sticky, that'd be really useful right now, but I don't think they do. And this ATG seems really reluctant for some reason to turn and shoot this Yacht Panther. Is that drop micro by area? Perhaps. He might not even know he has the ATG as he micros this blob of Rangers. And the Stu could probably coming down this ATG as well. No need though, as the Yacht Panther decides to snipe at the ATG just the fact that it never shot back. Although he does lose Rayze does lose 2 B-gun squads for all that work. But this Yacht Panther is really doing some work with 25 infantry kills, which is not something you normally expect of a Yacht Panther. But that Terror of the East in front upgrade is really helping him out here. We do see this massive Zook rush coming in from the area, and it looks like he might actually make a... Yeah, the League is probably going to go down, as well as this Pack 40. He doesn't have much to support against this, these 2 Fallschirmjägers though, but as Volsk is off doing his own thing over here. And Hamster is in a really poor situation in terms of his airborne health. So again, but Allies have garnered some reasonable field control. They are running a positive pop at this point, so both teams probably at this point are at 40 pop. They're max pops, so they are playing with a full deck here. So they can both make a move depending on what they want to do. The Southstar seems to have not shot in a while, although it is at 7 kills, so probably it obviously has done something since the last barrage we saw. And let's see what Al is trying to do here. We see some movement here on the mini-map. Looks like another Assault Burn half-track coming in with this Yacht Panther support. It's not going to do much though, because it's going to run into this M10 and Sherman. Although the Sherman's not going to do much unless you get a circle straight coming. The Yacht Panther right away does see this M10 and takes a shot off. And although this infantry half-track is dead to right, so this seems to be, they need to get out of there before they get killed. And this M10 does firmly penetrate this Yacht Panther, and it seems like they are going for the surface. No, the Sherman decides not to and disengages right away. Instead, it seems to be trying to kill these assault friends. We'll quickly kill off this repair spot, forcing it to retreat. These assault friends are gonna, once again, probably gonna go down unless these 15 mils have something to say with it. And Volsk here looks like he's severely overextended right now. Especially if that Yacht Panther decides to chase down the Sherman, and it looks like it might get the shot before it gets around the corner. Will it? No, it does get killed. So this Yacht Panther is becoming a real terror for this battlefield right now. He's up to 29 infantry kills, 8 light vehicle kills, which is mostly just ATGs, and 2 tank kills, so which is an M10 and the Sherman. So Allies need to figure out what they want to do right here pretty fast. This is Airborne Squad calling in crates, so let's see what they pick up. Probably bazookas, but maybe a Thompson's. Let's see what they pick up with this crate. There it does. And it does look like, yeah, they're picking up 2 bazookas. And it looks like Volskinator has decided he's had enough of this Yacht Panther, and he's just called in 20 pop of AT guns. So let's see if this actually works. This seems like a bit of a desperation move. Meanwhile, Area is trying another massive flank over here with this Ranger blob. But once again, he's making these moves, but his teammates seem to have absolutely no interest in supporting it whatsoever. So he's engaging, and he's going to have almost no help. Although we do have a push here now from the Allies in the center, so maybe they could get a bit of distraction going here. Although the Whirlwind quickly finds them. His Whirlwind can shut this down with some suppression right away. Ooh, these bazookas quickly do a bit of damage. Oh, and they almost cleared the 88. That's unfortunate. The howitzer does kill a 50 mil there, and this med bunker does go down. The Allies are going to be making a major push here, so actually it turns out, whether by plan or not, this flank fight area does really open the ground up for an Allied push right here, but no, there seems to be some pressure. This nade count might actually kill multiple ATGs at once. And, but no, it looks like now the push has ended now, and there's very little to help support these Rangers right here, as they probably will get close to wiped unless this MG goes down. Oh, it does though. So maybe the Allies can still salvage this push here. It looked to be going well, and then suddenly it just kind of got suppressed everywhere here, but they might still be moving forward. These Riflemen are still obviously ready to keep pushing. This Jagdpanther is at quite low health, so if they can get these AT guns moving forward and doing something, this Jagdpanther could actually go down. Nice push coming in here from Hamster with these airborne as well, so they might if Air goes around this way and Hamster goes this way, the AT guns engaging from the front, this Jagdpanther could actually go down. Oh, this MG bunker though, stops this end of the push by Hamster here, so that's a problem. These ATGs seem to be awfully slow to engage. This Vet 2 Warbler goes down. These assault friends probably will have to deal with these Fallschirmjägers now that they're suppressed with a good nade. And this Jagdpanther is still in really precarious situation with this wall of ATGs just advancing at it. And he gets out just in time from the looks of it. Area is still advancing, but this ATG wall seems to be abandoning area now, so he might want to back off at this point. And ooh, we see a double Austin calling from John 8-Ball, so these Assault Brand Riflemen probably need to get out pretty soon. 8 kills, not bad results for Riflemen, so they've been doing their work. So there's some airborne getting called in, I think. Might be Fallschirmjägers, let's see. No, it is airborne, but against double Ostmans, that's not the best idea. As we see right away, oh my goodness, Vet 2 airborne died just like that to 2 Ostmans. That seems like a bit of a waste. Meanwhile though, this airborne MG seems to really be killing off these Fallschirmjägers. And some backline Fallschirmjägers dropped here, and once again we see some backline airborne drops by both players now. Not achieving much as Area Spot comes in and really clears house. I see a GMC as well. Ooh, a GMC with a nice kill, nice hit right there. And some nades coming in. And these Fallschirmjägers quickly dealt with. These backline airborne drops for both players are not doing much, but despite all of those losses from both sides, the important thing is Allies have re-established at least midpoint field control, so they are both even on top here. And if this MG bunker go down, it doesn't look like there's much to hold off an ATG creep coming from the Allies with these, where are these ATGs? Yeah, 2 of them right here. 1 to recrew right here as well. And, oh, the area kills a league with his bazookas here, although he might quickly lose a lot to these Ostwins in his little blob here, because Ostwins do have some reasonable AoE effect. And oh, and there goes a Ranger squad right away. Howitzer fires. Apparently he was expecting these Ostwins to advance, but they do not, so the Howitzer does not seem to hit much whatsoever. This MG bunker goes down to this GMC. And Axe is putting a bit of a side cap in with a single P-win here, so, but this game seems to have evened out quite a bit. Because Jagdpanther is still at a bit of below half health as he salvages munitions from this corpse here. And this infantry half tracker is probably going to go down. Does not though, so okay. GMC somehow managed to do no damage whatsoever to this engineer squad here. And we see a flank here by these tank buster grenadiers. Multiple squads of tank buster grenadiers actually, but they're going to be quickly suppressed, looks like, and go down. And this wall of ATGs is going to deal with these Ottomans pretty easily, I think. So this was quite the push by Axis, but it seems like it's not going to lead to much, as both tank buster squads are going to go down. And this Austin goes down as well. We do see a Fallinghamster sniper on field, so if it can focus down these AT guns, they might have a chance. But this Sherman could actually kill it quite easily as well. 2 Shrek squads going down right here as well, trying to kill this Sherman. Oh, they do kill the Sherman though, so it may well be worth it. Although there are 2 drop Shreks right here, so we need to be careful. And oh wow, those engineers really went down. This Ostwind does go down though, so 2 Ostwinds go down along with a lot of Shreks. I assume in an attempt to clear the ATGs out for her, this Jagdpanther, but it's entirely unsuccessful. And it looks like Axis have lost a lot of field control here. I don't see Axis bringing on a lot, so they might actually be getting out of attrition here somehow. They are going for a solid backup here with these Panzer Grenadiers. Counter cap happening by Area right here though. And Area continues to not use his manpower to reinforce his infantry. Which I assume Volskinator is doing at his triage though. Let's go ahead and switch over to Volskinator and see what he's up to actually this game right now.
Enemy unit down.
As we see another rush coming in from Hamster. And with good smoke cover, and we see Airborne dropping right on top of the Jagdpanther here trying to block his retreat. And they're getting some shots in quite easily. There are 2, 3, 4, 5 penetrations. This Jagdpanther's on a sliver of health if he has any support whatsoever. These AT guns really need to be here an hour ago because they could have really helped with that push right there. This Jagdpanther might still go down and he's getting blocked by his friendly Fallinghamster drops, it looks like. So if just 2 more penetrations, I think it's going to go down. If these Airborne can get the shot off.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, a miss there. That might have been the shot, so that's unfortunate. The Jagdpanther just lived another day, but that's a major push by the Allies. This really timely airborne drop by Rolling Hamster really pushed their main field presence at Jagdpanther off. Although they are getting cut off now if you see this massive back cap going in by Rayze. The counter cap is being held up by Area, which is quite nice, but he looks like he's going to pay for that attempt. As he loses his captain and his last ranger squad on retreat, and his rifleman squad goes down as well. So I think, and we see a backline, another backline infantry half-track from Rayze. Is not going to achieve a whole lot because it's so utterly unsupported. And it goes, there it goes. It goes down, it takes off 1 ATG, but the ATG can slowly recruit, and this Croc is going to roast these assault grenadiers. So it's we continue to see a lot of thrown away units by Rayze. And this time it wasn't even fully Jagdpanther because the Jagdpanther was busy repairing, so it couldn't have taken advantage of the ATG going down anyways. But it doesn't matter because there's 3 more of them waiting. So the only way Axis is going to get out of this ATG creep is if they move as a team to go take them out. And I'm not sure the solution to an ATG wall is a Panther and a Whirlwind. This Fallinghamster sniper is unbelievably lucky to survive that howitzer shot. And looks like the cap was stopped here by Area. Once again, Area doing little things this game to really keep the Allies in the game. It's quite surprising. And the League does go down to what looks like grease gun fire. So Allies have some. Oh, and the Axis are on a massive -1 pop per minute. So this could really go. And another infantry half track. I assume. Oh, this is a Shrek infantry half track this time. So a bit of a game change up from a Rayze here as he brings on Shreks now in his cars, but against airborne, it's not the best plan. Allies seem to this Allied AT wall has seemed to really confounded Axis. They have no idea what to do against this whatsoever, and this is pretty amazing. From what looked like a pretty dominant position for Axis, they've completely fallen apart here, and they seem to have no mainline infantry pushing power right now. All their units are either expensive Shrek Grins and half tracks, Panthers, Jagdpanthers, a Fallinghamster sniper, a Whirlwind, a Hotchkiss. All they've got is this G43 Fallinghamsters, but they're gonna go down pretty fast as well with these flames, the soldier armor. The sniper's attempting to do some work, but a sniper is not going to be able to take territory for you. And these assault and riflemen coming in and really putting some pain on these Fallinghamsters as they're forced to retreat once again. We see a desperation rush by these Shrek Brains, but they're not going to do anything as their IHTs quickly go down to these RRs. And the second squad's going to go down as well. They might kill one ATG, but the Sprock's going to come in and finish them off as well. And this Panther's trying to kill this ATG as well, and I don't know if the Axe seems to just be trying to use tanks and ATGs, which it can work, but not against this many. You know, you gotta isolate your targets, and this Panther's about to take a lot of recoilless rifle shots as well, it looks like. And you have more airborne columns right here as this probably kills some more Fallschirmjägers. And we see a sniper getting caught out. John 8-Ball sniper gets caught down, probably is going to die right here, as this Panther is going to die as well, most likely. Oh, destroyed engine. Sniper is just sitting here, waiting to go down. He's not revealed. He is now, and quickly dies. And this Panther goes down as well. This Yacht Panther's trying to take this Croc out, but there's this wall of ATGs just sitting here, and it gets sticky. The Yacht Panther gets sticky by Area. Area's turned out to be a hero in this game, to be honest, making these flanks and these little plays to keep them allies in the game. I don't know if the score screen reflects that, but Area's been doing a fantastic job of doing the little things right, if not the big things. These Fallschirmjägers, these riflemen grenade themselves as these Fallschirmjägers kill them off. And these riflemen here run to a whirlwind, so they're probably going to retreat pretty soon. But it looks like Axis have run out of ideas. They just cannot deal with this ATG wall from Volsk. It looks like the tilt move from Volsk of calling in 20 puff ATGs actually was the right call in this case, because it looks like Axis are done for. I don't see any infantry coming on from them whatsoever. Hotchkiss, cheeky Hotchkiss barrage. But this Hotchkiss has been on field almost the entire game. He's only gotten 8 kills, so it clearly has not done what he was expecting it to do. And I don't know, Axis seem to not be bringing in any infantry. They have the Fallschirmjäger sniper, but that's hardly gonna cap the map for them. It'll get you a nice KDR, but it's not gonna get you pushing up the field. Now without some kind of infantry support, and Axis seems to not have that. Although we see another Shrek car call-in, looks like, from Rayze here, so he clearly has some left. Instead of trying to engage with these, I'd like to see him just try and back cap down this side and this side to try and split the allies up if possible, so that he can make a push with this Jagdpanther and this Whirlwind here. Oh, we do see some infantry coming on, so actually Axis has some life. If they can use some backcapping to split the allies up and then push together with this infantry plus Jagdpanther combo, they could actually probably push allies off field as they're going all the way back to heal and retreat. Now Volskinator still got 290 manpower, so he's been using reinforce obviously, but he's still got enough left to really attrition the Axis though. So it looks like it's gonna be down to just whoever can keep their ATGs alive, and it looks like allies are keeping a good job as they come back and heal up all their ATGs here. If you want to try something gamey, what I would suggest is if you're really worried about your ATGs staying alive, I would decrew them, recrew them with a full health rifle squad so they get the 3rd man back, and then just use your manpower to reinforce your recrewing rifle squad. A bit gamey, but whatever it takes to win, right? And these Shrimmakins come again. They might actually take this AT gun out right here if they concentrate on it. Because it's only got 2 men on it, and that's indeed what they're doing. And with the AT gun moving, this Whirlwind actually can come in fairly uncontested, and there's no allied AT within nearby residents to take care of it. These ATGs are moving up, but the Whirlwind's going to do a lot of damage before they get anywhere close. This M8 dealing with a scout car pretty easily. And oh my days, this Jagdpanther went down. Oh yeah, actually it was Area who brought the Jagdpanther down. So I've been saying they need the Jagdpanther, but the Jagdpanther are actually dead, so they can't really push. And this Whirlwind's the last hope, but this wall of RRs is gonna kill it, followed by these ATGs. This entire blob here of infantry here needs to be careful. If there's any artillery or grenades nearby, we're gonna get really hurt. And here come in the grenades, and oh my days, though, that's a lot of dead grenadiers. And these ATGs quickly kill off these AHTs, and my goodness, this is a slaughter for Axis now. This push went absolutely in the wrong direction. It did not do anything close to what you thought they would do. And these riflemen up to 4 kills, 1 kill. I mean, this is pretty bad. The sniper here is still sniping away, but I think that might have been the last gasp of Axis. 8 kill riflemen here going back to reinforce probably. I wonder if Area has figured it out yet. Has Area used any of his reinforcements? No, he's still at 300 manpower, so he has not reinforced. Meanwhile, I think Volskinator has been liberally using his reinforcements to get his squads on field and fully enforced. And this Robo one here, much to do. These riflemen getting their 4 bodies back, as you can see. Manpower going down, getting bodies back on these riflemen. So this is gonna be tough. I don't actually know what Axis can do to deal with all this AT. The sniper's gonna have to take it out slowly. One ATG goes down. This Robo needs to come in and try and help out. These 2 truck cars gonna run right into these airborne if they're not careful. And oh, they do indeed. Oh my days! At least 1 car is gonna go down. The Croc does go down to this truck fire here, but these cars are severely damaged. The mobility there is gone now, and Allies have caught a back cap here. So I don't know, man. I don't see a way for Axis to get back in this game unless they have really something crazy lined up for a play here. It revolved around this Whirlwind, this Fallinghamster sniper, but I don't see. That's the only way they get back in the game if these 2 units do a lot of work. Because this infantry is too wounded to do anything substantial. And Rayze has lost a lot of IHT power throughout this game, trying to kill ATGs. Scout car here goes down to these riflemen. And I don't know if the Allies can lose at this point. It takes something ridiculous. And Area's got a Sherman on field now, and I really feel like that's the killer for the Allies here, because even if they take these ATGs out, they do not have enough to kill a Sherman on field at all, not with a Whirlwind. And just a single Shrek half track, because the Sherman can take that out with this handheld AT support. So I think we can speed up and call this game for the Allies, because I don't see how the Axis can pull this back. We seem to be having the last gasp push from Axis here, so we'll slow down again. Hitting some mines here with his infantry, and this Sherman again. Like I said, it's absolutely shutting down any attempted push by the Axis here. And this Whirlwind probably is going to go down. As is the sniper, as these riflemen make an absolute rush here. And this Lee is gonna, oh my, and this an instant wipe for that half-track squad there. And yeah, this is GG for the Axis, I think. Let's speed it up. Let's see as the hordes of Allies come in and probably push Axis off field. The Sherman coming in, pushing them off, and it looks like that's game there. There's a Panther here though, very late Panther for some reason, as something else dies here. Hits a mine. As I said, if a side gets this town, they really tend to mine it up and really lock it down. Hotchkiss, infantry, mortar half track, very late mortar half track. Counter barrage by the howitzer, and it looks like this game is gonna go on for a bit for some reason. But I think it's just players having a bit of fun now, because this game is basically over. John 8-Ball wiped out. Everyone's sitting here, and that seems to be game. There you go. That was a really interesting game. So what are the lessons going to be taken away from here? I don't know. It's just honestly, the game changed when Volsk brought on that absolute wall of AT guns that the Axis seemed to have just no solution whatsoever for this ATG wall. Like, they seemed utterly stunned that the Allies could bring that much AT, and their entire game plan really went to shit, honestly. I mean, it's a combination of factors. Rayze was obviously going for a very fast victory in the early game as he's sending these IHTs to teach AT guns and send the Jagdpanther in, and the Jagdpanther did do a lot of work. I think it was around like 30 infantry kills, 8 light vehicle kills, and 2 or 3 tank kills. So it was clearly doing a lot of work, but we're seeing a lot of pop as well with that, it's 18 pop for a Jagdpanther plus 4 pop for a Berg Tiger. That's 22 pop there on that combination, and bringing IHTs, and I mean, if he had kept just a couple of IHTs in the late game for some capping and some killing units off, such as that RR block, it might have been different, but I don't know. And I have to say the MVP for this game, I mean, I think actually might be Area. I mean, it doesn't look like he did a whole lot in terms of actual killing, but positionally speaking, he did a lot of really interesting moves. He made some wide flanks, some good pushes, and even if he didn't get the kills, I think his distractions allowed Hamster and Volskinator to really make pushes when they probably wouldn't have been able to frontally without Area sacrificing his ranger blobs in the flanks like that. So I think Area was playing the meat this game, while Volskin and Hamster got to feast on that. But good play from the allies all around, to be honest. I mean, they were in a pretty bad situation at the beginning, but they got a massive wall of ATGs on field, and then after that, it just went all allies from there on. So that was a really interesting game to watch. And as far as I mean, you would think it'd be close with how much they're getting beat back, but allies still seem to have a lot of. I mean, I don't know how much Area has left. Area might not have much left. He's down to 22 pop, but it seems like both Hamster and Volsk have plenty of pop left. Plenty of units left, as despite seeing a double annihilation from the Axis. So that was an interesting turnaround game to see, and we also got to see some nice doctrine abilities there as well. We saw what a fully upgraded Jagdpanther can do. It's quite the beast with Terror Beast in front and probably Zemert. And Bird Tiger support. We got to see the Fallinghamster doctrine with the enhanced Whirlwind and the lockdown. The Sector Sprint Aura on the Vampire Half Track, and we got to see a couple of new units from Defensive Company with the pre-registered League, the Pack 40. Got to see some 88 artillery as well. We got to see some supply crate usage from Hamster on his airborne. We got to see some reinforcements action and rifle stand with assault Garans from Volskinator. We got to see some good officer usage with Ranger Zoots from Area. I don't think Area knew about reinforcements, otherwise he probably could have kept a couple of his ranger squads on a little bit longer, because he's still at his beginning manpower usage. But so that was an interesting game to watch, and honestly I feel like Axis might have thrown that game away as much as Allies won that game, because an ATG wall, especially when you have two Wehrmacht player with leagues and a Fallschirmjäger sniper on field, it shouldn't be that hard to deal with an ATG wall. But it's and a Stuka. The Stuka was on field for some time as well. It shouldn't have been that hard to deal with the ATG wall, but apparently it was. And I think a lot of those early thrown away units for those early pushes did bite the Axis back in the end. But still, that was an interesting game to watch, and I hope you enjoyed it.